Welcome everybody to the second Sixth Sense session. Today, the Sixth Sense session is all about how to live without self-doubt. Because when we evolve and when we live in life, we make lots of decisions. We are working more with our sixth sense. We want to trust that. We want to grow that. But it's very easy to have some doubt creeping in. So today we're really going to talk about self-doubt, what we can do about it and how we can overcome it and how we can actually use our sixth sense to move beyond that doubt. Now, there are different reasons for doubt, and we will discuss a couple today. And then, of course, we will do some practice about using our sixth sense. So today, again, will be a very interactive session. So I'd love for you to participate in the chat. You can ask any questions you have as well. And we will also do some Q&A. So feel free to speak up if you need to have any answers, if there is any unclarity. Okay, so who actually experiences doubt regularly if you make a decision? Put your hands up. Let's have a look. Yeah, pretty much everybody, right? Then, who experiences doubt after they have made the decision already? You've made a decision, it's like, have I made the right decision? Was this good? Was this not good? What will happen now? I see people thinking. A few less, some have. And we probably do. We probably do with certain decisions, and with other decisions, it will be easier. So actually, why do we have doubt? Put it in the chat for me. Why do you have doubt? Do you have doubt because you maybe are fearful to make a wrong decision? Or do you have doubt because you fear being wrong? Let's have a look. So Sam, expectations of others? Yes. Decisions in the past not working out? Ooh, yeah. So that can create doubt for the future. Am I making the right decision? Very good. So all these things can create doubt for future decisions. Indecision, yes, as well, Jana. Very good. Yeah. A lot of the times we, here, don't trust intuition. Yeah, that's also one, Melanie, and that's what we're working on today. So that one should be resolved. Good. Okay. So a lot of the times we have doubt because actually we or our soul wants us to learn something. When we find out what it is that we are learning in regards to the doubt, and we identify the topic, what it is, we might be learning how to be more confident, or we might be learning on how to trust, or we might be learning to make decisions. Once we identify what the learning is, the doubt can disappear and it stops distracting you, because the doubt is actually the story you are creating for yourself. The story, am I good enough? Is this the right decision? Is this right? Is this wrong? Can I trust this? This went wrong last time, so what if this happens again? It's a story you are creating, and you're learning something from that. That story might give you some certainty. That story might give you comfort. That story might hold you back in some way or does something else for you. But actually, there is something you're learning from this. And once you identify that, these positive lessons, you can let that go, that doubt. Because it has happened in the past, whereby you used to doubt stuff, but it went right or correct several times. And now when you make a decision in that area, it's not even a question of doubt anymore, because you feel certain. You know how to do it. You know what's going to happen. You have certainty there, so there's no doubt. Do you guys recognize that? Have you been in these kind of situations? Many of you are theta healers. The first time you did a healing session, there was probably lots of doubt. And or the first time you do a body scan, you probably were full of doubt. And then the more you do it, after you've done 20 healing sessions, there's significantly less doubt because you've learned how to be confident and you might have learned some other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually start this session with clearing away some doubt. So think about something that you're doubtful of at this moment. On any level, something will create doubt in your life. What is it for you? Just think about it for a moment. If you don't know, ask your guides. So close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Okay, and say, guides, please tell me what is creating doubt in my life that I'm ready to clear right now. Good. For me, I actually got public speaking. So it's probably something for me to clear. What is it for you? Okay. So what we're going to do, if you all have an answer, we're going to muscle test this. So we're going to use the kinesiology to actually see if this is there. So for most of you will know how to muscle test. For who doesn't, I will quickly do an example and then you can participate in that. So what you do is everybody's going to stand up. You're going to close your energetic field by just zipping up in front of you. And then you're just going to move forward and say, yes, yes, yes. And you move backwards and say, no, no, no. Then you move back to the middle. So now you've calibrated your body. Come up a little bit. And then you can say yes, and your body will move forward. You say no, and your body will move backwards. If it doesn't happen, you probably need some water. You're dehydrated, so you need to drink some water, and then you can continue with this. If you move backwards on yes and move forwards on no, it means you have reverse polarity. What you do is you literally go with your hand like this, and your polarity will change. Okay, so we know now how to muscle test. Now you guys are going to test for yourself. On any level, ... creates doubt in my life. So I got public speaking. So let's see. On any level, public speaking creates doubt in my life. Yes, that's a yes. So that's something I'd like to clear, that doubt. It can be on any level, my partner creates doubt in my life. Or on any level, my colleague creates doubt in my life. On any level, this decision, ... fill in the blanks, creates doubt in my life. Okay, test what is for you. Everybody should have something to do this exercise with me. Okay, if you have something, you can sit down. If you don't have something, just pull up your hand. So everybody has something to work on. Okay, let's have a look here. So just before I continue with this, everybody has something to work on, right? No, Alice, you don't have anything?
Please check the chat.
Okay, let's have a
For me
look.
and someone else.
My answer was perfectionism. Is that okay? Or need to have an activity? No, perfectionism is fine. If you have tested on any level, perfectionism create doubts in my life. It's perfect. Yeah. Everybody has something? If you don't have anything, I don't. Okay. Sam, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, Susie. I have problem of connection. This is why.
Okay. So Samira, you are a Theta healer and you're a good healer. So what I'd like you to do is you go up,
Yeah.
you can ask your guides or you can ask the creator and say, show me what creates doubt in my life. Then you energy test it and then you come and join with the exercise.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Good. Anybody else that didn't have anything? Okay, so we're all good? Wonderful. And have a look. Just making sure I am muting everybody. Good. There we go. Okay, so are we ready? We're going to clear this belief of the doubt. And we're going to ask the help of our guides. So we're going to connect to our spiritual team. And we're going to ask them certain questions so we can switch this around. What I say, sometimes doubt creates in our lives because we are learning something. So we identify what we are learning from it. And through that, we can actually clear that. So I invite you to close your eyes and do this exercise with me. So you just breathe a couple of times. Very nice. Okay. And then witness a cord of energy going from your root chakra into the earth, deep into the earth, connecting you with Mother Earth. And then witness a cord of energy going from your crown chakra all the way to the divine energy, connecting you with the divine. So you're connected with Mother Earth and with the divine at the same time. Lots of guidance. And then witness around you your spiritual team. They might be behind you. They might be next to you. They might be in front of you. You might sense them. They usually have a very loving energy. You might feel them. You might hear them. And if you don't have any of these things, you're going to visualize them. You're going to not let the story disturb this. You're going to visualize them. Very good. So now ask your spiritual team. Why does ... whatever your topic was. So for Alice, it was perfectionism. Why is perfectionism creating doubt in my life? Or why am I creating doubt in my life? Or why your problem is this creating doubt in my life? And you're going to wait for your guides to answer this question. And if you have the answer, you can write it down. Good. Once you have the answer, you're going to do a few in questions. So we're going to go deeper this time and deeper. And we're going to ask our guides to help us with that. So you will have received an answer. So you're going to say, why? And then you're going to put the answer. So for example, for me, it was public speaking, right? Why does public speaking create doubt in my life? And I heard from my guides, it creates doubt in your life because you're going to be exposed to a lot of opinions. So my in question is, why am I fearful of being exposed to a lot of opinions? Or why does this create doubt? Why do opinions create doubt in my life? You got an answer and you're going to ask why that is still creating that doubt. Do you understand it, guys? You're going to ask your guides again. So show me why that is the case. If you don't understand it, put it in the chat for me. And otherwise, just listen to the answers from your guides. And you have had an answer again. And then you're going to go again. Why? And then the answer. So for me, the answer was the reason why I'm fearful of this judgment for others. Why am I? My spiritual team said, because they can impact your reputation. So then I go, what? A spiritual team, tell me, why am I fearful of having my reputation being impacted? So you go, you got your answer. And you go again, why is this the case? Why am I feeling this way? Okay, Lola, I find it hard to hear the answers. That's okay. So Lola, what I want you to do is you have your question, right? Okay, close your eyes. Really connect. Good. Okay. Lola, can we ask your guys that only one at the time is speaking? Because I see quite a few around you and they all have a voice, yeah? Okay, let's do that. Good. And if anybody else wants that answer, that download, then we can give that. And then can we also give you all the download that you can receive and know and understand the answers you're receiving? You like that? Just say yes. Good. Okay, Lola, now ask them. Ask them, why is this the case? Or ask your question. And you go with the first answer you're receiving. You got one? Exactly. Good. And now you go deeper again. Why is this the case? Why? So instead of just going with the surface level, you go deeper. Okay, so I got a thing from Alice. I've asked on, and finally it came to this. Why did I feel lost? Because I missed the unconditional love from the Creator. Because that love was all I ever wanted. How do we go from there? We come there in a minute. But very good, Alice. You get it. Nicolette. Yeah, why do you have this doubt? Why do you have this fear? And then you get the answer. And why is that showing up? So instead of going to the surface level, we're digging down to the roots. We're digging down to where this is coming from. And your guides are going to tell you. So instead of having to do it yourself, your guides are going to tell you. So you should have asked yourself around 4 or 5 times why. Now for me, it was, so why did I feel impacted by the judgment of others? Because it can ruin my reputation. Why do I think it ruins my reputation? Because then I lose the connection with people. Okay, so why will I lose connection with people? Because I'm not understood. And why am I not understood? Guide, show me. Because you need to understand yourself first. Okay. Okay. So guys. So Lola, my answer was that I don't know. Want to the job. How do I get from there? Because I also sort of want to quit. Okay, so why do you want to quit your job? So ask the guides. Guides, why do I want to quit my job? Yeah? Why do you want to quit your job? Anybody else getting stuck? Then let me know. When you feel like you have done the why 4, 5, 6 times, then you have an answer there. And you're going to ask, what am I learning from all of this? Guides, what am I learning from this? What virtues am I learning? When you got your learning, for me, what I got is you're learning who you really are and what you're contributing or what you can contribute in this world. So now, initially my doubt of public speaking, it wasn't about that. I only had that doubt because I only had that doubt to be able to learn who I really am, to be able to learn what I can contribute in this world. So what is it for you? Listen to your lessons. Say, guides, what are my lessons here? What am I learning? For some of you, it's persistence. For some of you, it's patience. For some of you, it's learning who you are yourself. I see some trust learnings. Some of you are learning how to love yourself, what self-love actually means. Can be multiple things indeed. And you've got a lesson. Then you can go, guides, show me how I can complete these lessons of X, Y, Z without needing doubt, but through love. Then you just witness the energy around you changing Your guides will change that for you, how you can learn these lessons and complete them through love, without doubt. How you can learn them in the highest and best way for you, without suffering, without pain. Without feeling lost or whatever it is that's holding you back. You literally ask your guides to change that for you. And you witness that energy around you changing. If you don't see anything or feel anything, that's okay. Just sit there. You may visualize something. Beautiful. Then, when you've had that energy feeling, that change, you can go up and test again. You can go up and muscle test and see what changed for you. So the way we do that, can we go up, stand up. If you're not fully ready yet, that's okay. Take your time. And then you just say yes. You allow your body to move forward. You say no. You allow your body to move backwards. So you test if you're energy testing correctly first. And then you test the same belief as what you started with. So for me, it was a quick look. On any level, public speaking creates doubt in my life. Yeah, that's gone for me now. So you start with the same belief. On any level, ... creates doubt in my life. Then if it's gone, give me a thumbs up. If it isn't, then we can have a look. What is still holding on for you? You good, Lola? Very good. Well done. Okay, is there anybody for who it didn't change? We can have a look. Okay, Beatrice. Wow. So did it change for you, Beatrice? It sounds like it. Ryan, yeah. Good. Nicolette, gelukt. Well done. Very good. It's fairly simple, isn't it? Last time you upgraded your spiritual team. Now it's all upgraded. These things can change very easily. Did everybody get their change? Or is there still doubts stuck by somebody? Okay. Very nice. I think we can move on to the next part. Okay. So, part 2 of this session. Doubt is, so just going back to this first part, what we did now, you can do at any time for yourself again. You connect to the earth, you connect to the divine, you invite your spiritual team to talk to you, and you receive the answers. You ask why, you dig deeper, find what you're learning, and ask your guides to change that for you so that you complete these learnings, know how to learn it without without the suffering or without the doubt or without whatever it is that's holding you back. Yeah, and that energy will shift in your subconscious. So Nicolette said, in my mind, it isn't changed, but my muscle test says no. Yes, so sometimes your mind can take a little bit of time for it to change and to catch up. So that's why we are testing the subconscious to make sure that the beliefs are changed in the subconscious. And then because your beliefs are changed in the subconscious, then new neural pathways created now so that you can continue in your life without that old neural pathway constantly interrupting. So your mind will catch up. But what is important is that you also consciously make some changes. If you say, for example, I had the example with public speaking, right? That's what created doubt in my mind. Now, it has changed for me. Now it's for my conscious mind will come and feel certain about it. But if I go, public speaking is scary, public speaking, I don't know if it's for me. And if I constantly go and create doubt again, then these beliefs can change back. So what's important is we do the subconscious work, but we need to take the conscious positive actions. These two go hand in hand with each other. We can't say we do the subconscious work, but in my conscious mind, I constantly recreate these beliefs because then the impact is going to be limited. But if you're saying, yes, we do the subconscious work and consciously I'm deciding to do it this way, I'm deciding to live without doubt, or I'm deciding to embrace my public speaking, or I'm deciding whatever it is for you, and you take a bit of conscious action towards that, you will see your life will change. Good. Okay. So the second part is doubt can also be created. What we initially said is because there are lessons for us to learn, but it can also be created through voices in our head. Now we have multiple voices. You have your survival self, who is looking to make sure you're surviving. You have your undercurrent self. The undercurrent self is looking to fix problems, any kind of problem, from the present moment to things that happened in the past. It always is looking to fix stuff. Then you have your ego self. Your ego self is actually really great. It helps to protect you. It helps you to learn, to move forward. But when it turns into egotism, that is when it can start controlling you. And then it starts limiting you and potentially hurting yourself and others. Then you have the voice of your higher self. It's always the most enlightened part of you. And when you want to learn more about these different parts of you, that can be voices in your head. This we elaborate on a lot in the Theta Healing You and the Creator course. And it's really awesome. It's part of the foundation courses. But for the moment, I'm just mentioning it so you're aware that it's completely normal to have different voices in your head. One of the other voices that you can also have is the voices from your spiritual team, your angels, your spirit guides, the runners that are helping you. And it's for you to practice with these so that you can actually start identifying, hey, this is this voice speaking, or this is this voice speaking. This is a part of me speaking, but this is actually my spiritual team speaking. And you do that through practice. The more you do little exercises that we just did, or that we did in the previous session, the more you will start recognizing these voices. Now, the voices from your spiritual team are harder to hear, and doubt will creep in if you're tired, if you're overwhelmed, if you're stressed, if you feel like a burden, or there's this feeling of guilt. Now, doubt can also really creep in if there's an anger or if there's a resentment. These negative vibrations are so low that they can cloud your vision to the higher guidance. Okay, Alice, I've never heard about runners. Can you elaborate on that? Yes. So each of us, we have different members of our spiritual team. And runners are part of our spiritual team. Some people have multiple runners, like we usually have multiple runners. Some people have more than others, depending on what you're here to do and where you are and your level of consciousness. Runners are actually amazing members of your team that you can ask to do anything for you. You want to make sure that the delivery comes on time. You literally go and talk to a runner in your team and say, can you please make sure this delivery comes on time? Or I see Melanie laughing because she does this all the time. And it really, really helps. Or if there's something you applied for something and there are only limited spots, you can ask a runner to actually make sure that you get in. Runners you can use for anything. It's like you have a team here of people that are working for you. It's the same thing, a team of energetic beings, guides that are working for you. And you can ask them anything. You can send them out for anything and they will help you. Yeah, when you need to find something, they're also great. Yeah, that are the runners. And sometimes they're back like super quick and sometimes it takes them a little bit of time. Sometimes they have a question, but you will start communicating and understanding this more when you start using it. But it's really, really awesome to work with your runners. Yeah. So let's go back. So when can doubt creep in again? When you're tired, overwhelmed, stressed, feeling guilty, or any of those negative vibrations. Because those negative vibrations have a very heavy energy, they cloud your space. So what happens to you when you are fit and energetic? How good are you at getting things done? How good are you at making decisions? When you're fit, you see clear, and you're making that decision. And it's easy. When you're tired and overwhelmed, how effective are you really? How productive are you? How good are your decisions? Often significantly less good. If you're still at night, at work at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., and you're looking at, I don't know, numbers or other things to make decisions, it's very common that mistakes happen. Whilst actually, when you get up in the morning, after a great night's sleep, it's so much easier to make these decisions. Are you with me, guys? Do you feel the same? Yeah, exactly. So, doubt is far less influential when you're fit, when you're good in your energy, versus when you're making decisions or the same decisions when you're tired. That's also why they often say, sleep over it and then make your decision. Or what has really, really helped me over the years, do some meditation before making a decision. When you meditate, you calm down your brainwaves. And your brainwaves calm down, this higher guidance can come in, and the decisions you're making are so much more powerful, so much more beneficial. So with doubt, rest, calm your mind. These things are your biggest friends to make the right decisions for you and let the doubt go away. This is actually how I wrote the content for this course today. I had an afternoon nap. I nurtured myself for a bit. Then I connected to the creators and to my guides, and I channeled the information. It was really awesome. All the different pieces came together. I just had to put them in the right order so that I could teach them in a way that you guys could understand them. When I'm rested and in the zone, there's very little self-doubt. And it's like boom, 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 and it's all done. You trust the information you receive and you go through it. It's very easy. So what we need to do is we are going to ask your guides what creates most doubt in your life at the moment, how you can avoid it, and how you can create a life for yourself without that doubt. What is it what you need to do? I had to take some rest. I had to nurture myself. Love the afternoon naps. But what is it for you? Let's identify what you need to let go of this doubt in your life. If you're yawning, super good. If you're getting a little bit of frustration, That can also mean that things are coming to the surface because it's ready to shift. These things are completely normal. You might get emotional. This is all part of the energetic work. It's not bad. It's not weird. Let's see. Jana, I'm scared of myself. Yeah, so Jana, what we need to identify is, well, how is this serving you? How is this helping you? What are you learning out of this? When this, you can do this exercise again later on. Yeah, it's keeping yourself small, exactly. So you need to do the why. Dig into the deeper, the whys. Ask your guides to help you so you can switch that over. You're really getting there. This can switch pretty easily. Yeah. So let's do this for all of us together. So let's connect to our guides again. So we take a couple of deep breaths. Okay, what I see is we need to clear a little bit of the energetic fields because some of you have got a lot of stuff in your energetic fields. So you take a couple of deep breaths. And now you're going to connect again from your root chakra into the earth to Mother Earth. Very strong cord there. And then you witness a second cord going from your crown chakra to the divine energy. So you're very strongly guided. And then witness your guides around you, behind you, next to you, in front of you. Beautiful, loving energy. And the first things we're going to do is, guides, please clear my energetic field. Let go of the lower negative vibrations, any doubt, and fill it up and change it for this feeling of unconditional love, feeling of confidence in the highest and best way. Thank you. You just witness what your guides are doing for you. You just sit there and observe. Beautiful. And you keep breathing. When you breathe, you allow the energy to shift. Okay. Yeah, that feels a lot lighter. Okay, and then now you say, guides. What currently creates most doubt in my life? Let me know what creates the most doubt in my life. You can write it down. It can be one thing, it can be multiple things. Now for me, the answer I got is not knowing if you're good enough. That creates for me the most doubt at the moment. Okay, and now say, guides, what can I do to avoid doubt in my life? Guys, what can I do to avoid doubt in my life? Now, what I actually hear for myself is loving myself more. What are you hearing? What are your guides telling you? Some of you need to trust more. For some of you, it's allowing your intuition to speak. I hear letting go of judgment in the group as well. Letting go of the self-judgment. So can your guides show you that what it feels like to live without this self-judgment? Yeah, good. Okay, and now ask your guides. Guys, what specific actions can I take in order to live without doubt? You can put it in the chat. Put it in the chat for me. What specific actions can I take to live without doubt? I hear letting go of the opinions from others. What else do we have? Relax. Very good, Alice, relax. Nicolette, to do it. Yes. Melanie, discipline. Exactly. So what is it for you guys? What are your guys telling you? Guides telling you? What specific actions are there for you to take to live without doubt? Jane, I believe in myself. Yes. Yes, exactly. Beatrice, take it easy. 100%. Allow yourself this space to take it easy. Because the more you relax, the more your guides will do for you to let it unfold. Sam, give more time to the bigger picture to allow my decisions to be in line with where I'm going. Wonderful. What else do we have? Sabina, trust. Yes. So Sabina, ask your guides. Ask your guides, what actions can I take to trust more? Ask your guides. So what actions can I take to trust more? And put it in the chat for me, Sabina. So Beatrice, it's to create more. To create more space, Beatrice. Yes, wonderful. That's very good. So this is something that is so often misunderstood in the collective, and especially in the corporate world, is the more you sit behind the computer, the more actions you take, the more you are disciplined to be there and take action, the better results you get. Actually, it's the opposite. The more time you take for yourself to wind down, to calm down, to lower your brain waves, it creates space in your head. And instead of needing to take 10 steps to get to the outcome, you only have to take 1 or 2. And this is, some people start to get it, and you see this drastic shifts in their life because their life starts to flow. That is what it means to live in flow. Okay. So Sabina, how to get more trust? to come more in stillness. Exactly, it's just the thing I was describing. When you get this stillness and this calm, this is how you gain your trust. And then you can really follow on to this. So everybody will have a takeaway after this session. You all got some answers from your guides on what to do. So you need to make this commitment to implement that in your life. Take the stillness in the morning or plan in specific times throughout your day when you have this stillness. So Farah, I got to start living fearlessly by doing and experiencing all of the things my heart desires. Yes, so good, so good. Yeah. So what is really important is you got some beautiful answers. All of you got some beautiful answers from your guides on how to live without doubt. Now, what are you going to do? Probably half of you will be like, that's a good answer. Now let me get on with life. And you be in your old routine, doing the same thing. And then you're saying, I still have this doubt. A quarter of you will probably set the intention and do it. A few times, you will get some improvement. You will love it. And then you fall back in the old routine. And the other quarter, you will actually commit. You say, this is the answer I got from my guides. I'm going to write it down in my little vibes book, in my little notebook that I have with me. So I'm writing down my feelings and my vibes. You start implementing it. And you know what? This quarter that does that, you will start flying. You will start getting these changes in your life because you're listening to the higher guidance. You're listening to the support you get to unlock whatever you need to unlock, to be in tune, to thrive, to live in flow. Very good. So what I heard, Nicolette, to download trust in the highest and best way. Well, let's do it. So let's ask your guides. Guides, please show me what trust feels like. Please show me how I can live with trust in an easy way, without doubt. And you just feel this energy shifting and changing. You might see some darker energy leaving and some lighter energy coming in. Very good. Really nice. Okay. So this is something you can do. You don't need to have a class like this or a session like this. You can do this at home. You can do this whenever you need this. You speak to your spiritual team and ask for the answers. Is there anybody who has a question or is struggling with this? If so, put it in the chat or unmute yourself. So I assume we are all good. Yeah, it's very possible to still have releases, yawning. You might feel the energy shifting. Okay, so the next part is, so doubt occurs for different reasons. The first thing that we discussed today is because you're learning something. The second thing we discussed, doubt can occur when you're tired, you're lowering your energy. So it's about raising that energy level. How do you raise that energy level? By taking the rest, by prioritizing yourself and asking your guides what you need. But there's more that creates doubt. And it's actually a little bit what we touched upon. The lack of trust in your intuition and your own feelings. That can really create doubt. It's this head versus heart and intuition. When you receive feelings, you get things through your intuition. It tells you something. But then you might discount it in your mind. And why do you discount it in your mind? Because you get something from your heart or your intuition, but when it comes here, it doesn't fit this framework of how your mind views the world. Now we all have our belief system. We all have a framework. When these answers fit into this framework, we are okay with it. And we say, yes, that's correct. But if it doesn't fit into this framework of the mind, it's very easy to discount and put away what our intuition, what our heart is telling us. Do you guys recognize this? That you sometimes have a feeling and you're like, I don't know how it fits in my mind. It doesn't fit in this framework, so I'm going to stay in my mind and try to find a different solution. And what does it do? It creates doubt. It creates this imbalance. It's not possible. What would others say? The judgment coming in. What if my intuition is wrong? What would I do then? So super strong guidance gets ignored. That's what we are here to do, to reestablish during this session, this higher guidance, this intuition. That's why we're doing these little exercises to practice. But when you do this little and often, this voice of your intuition, your common sense, your heart desires gets heard. You can put it into practice. Don't get angry at yourself if you don't. Just pick yourself up and say, let's try it again. Let's do this again, over and over. Because getting angry at yourself is your story. It's limiting you. It's not helping anybody. So stay loving. And every time, try it again. So your own intuition is one of the strongest sensors that you have. And it's super, super important to trust it, to build that trust in it. You learn how to differentiate between fear and intuition. You learn how to differentiate between your own thoughts and intuition versus somebody else's thoughts. Because so often in life, your mind gets distracted by thoughts from another person. Without you knowing it, you pick up these thoughts. They might not be yours at all, but they start distracting you. They start creating this doubt in your mind. And that's why we practice. Whenever you're not sure if it's your thoughts, what you do, you can say, is this mine? You take a moment, you say in your head, is this mine? Is this mine? Is this mine? And what you will often see is that thought will just leave your mind because it's not yours. If it's really your thought, it will stay and stick. Now you can do something about it. By practice comes awareness. When you have awareness, you have this opportunity to really raise above the energy you currently are. Now, something I'm going to tell now is really, really important. It's remember, none of your teachers, including me, is enlightened. They might have a higher level of consciousness, but there's a 99.9% chance that they're not enlightened. And if they say they are, you know that their ego is speaking, because somebody who's really enlightened will not say they are. They will give you guidance, they will give you support, and they will allow you to learn your lessons, you to make your own decisions. So, even with the things I teach you, you still need to use your own common sense. You still need to use your own feeling. Whenever I tell you stuff or somebody else tells you stuff, you go, does this resonate with me? Do I feel this is right? Don't just take everything on that a teacher tells you because it's a teacher. It's a label we put on in society. It doesn't mean that the teacher is always right. And you can see this in the schooling system. Often the teacher isn't even right. So therefore, we're developing the sixth sense. We're developing your intuition. Whatever I'm telling you tonight, you can go, does this feel right for me? Does this resonate? If it doesn't, let it go. If it does, then you can embrace it. Jaina, true, exactly. It's true. I even do it. When I learn from my spiritual teachers, I don't just take it on and say, this is what my teacher says. They've had so much success, so it must be true. No, I go, does this resonate? Sometimes things don't. And I will go, guides or creator, why does this not resonate with me? And I might ask for clarification. I ask for further guidance. And then I make my own decision. If something doesn't resonate with you, you can ask me. You can ask for clarification and guidance, and often you guys will do. And that's great. And then you make your own decision what resonates for you. Now tonight, we're talking about small things, but there are bigger things that have happened in the past and that will happen in the future. And it's so important for you to start constantly challenging the status quo, because the status quo is often not correct. And we identify these things over time. So how long ago did humanity think that the world was flat? Humanity did think that. And it was, until it wasn't. And probably both of these things have been underwritten by science because science said so. It didn't mean it was correct. Another example, food industry. There was a very long period of time whereby the food industry told everybody, you should avoid fat in your diet. Fat is not good for you. Fat makes you fat. Now we know that it's not true, because there are a lot of healthy fats that actually are very good for you, that are very healthy for you, like some oils, some nuts, some seeds, avocados. They're all great for you. So it doesn't mean that whenever people in power tell you things that they're necessarily true. It doesn't mean they're not true, but it's here where your own intuition comes in, where your sixth sense comes in, when you can connect to your spiritual team and ask them for guidance. Instead of discounting or dismissing what they say, be open for what they say. This is your, it's such a unique gift to have. Let me have a look at the chat. So Sabine, in which situation do you ask your guide, and which situation do you ask the creator? Good question. There is no right, there's no wrong. So for me, I a lot of the times ask my guides in my day-to-day. I am somewhere, I have a question coming up, I want guidance. I go up, I literally just ask my guides. I'm there, I was like, guides, what's this? Guides, tell me what I need to do here. Guides, is this true? Is this the highest truth? So in my day-to-day life, I often talk with my guides because they're always there with me and it's so easy to communicate with them. But if I get an answer back that doesn't resonate with me, if I get an answer back that is negative, if there's an answer that I get back that is limiting, I directly go up to the creator. I will take my time, connect up to the creator and say, creator, what is the highest truth here? Creator, show me. Because from creator, you often get the most enlightened answers. Your guides are in a higher vibration than you. Your guides are often more enlightened than you are, but often they're not fully enlightened. So it's important to understand these differences. Your guides are superb in guiding you, but you need to understand the difference between your guides. And the more you do it, you identify these guides. I always get great advice from these guides. I don't really resonate with them. So you start identifying from these guides, I take the advice, from these guides, I don't. And then you can go up to the creator when you want the highest truth on things. Now, for the creator, I usually really need to take a bit of time. I usually need to schedule 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, and really take my time, do a meditation, go up to the creator, and really do some digging on myself or really connect up, have this conversation with the creator. When I want a quick answer, I want something now without needing to do anything, without needing meditation, I go to my guides. I breathe 2-3 times very deeply, calm my mind through my breathing, connect to the earth, connect to the divine. My guides are there. Very easy. So the quick answers is often my guides. bigger topics, things that I don't get clear, that keep lingering, I go to the creator. Now, there is no right and wrong. This is for me personally what I do. Does this help, Sabina? Yeah, good. Very good. Okay. So going back to, don't just take everything for granted. What is being told to you in the news, in the media? Look at, why would they tell me things? What would they get out of it if we believe all of this? Tobacco industry. A few decades before it came to light that cigarettes created cancer, other illnesses, they already knew this. And there are documentaries about it that they knew it. Did they stop promoting it? No, they kept promoting tobacco. They kept promoting cigarettes. Why? Because they really care about humanity? It's because of the money, the greed, power. And you know what? When you move beyond that, the underlying factor is often fear. People have fear, and it's covered through their ego by being angry, by being greedy, by wanting power, or something similar. So when people show these kind of behaviors, there's something underneath it that creates these behaviors. So it's not for us to judge this. What it's for us to do is to really move beyond that. To let go of the judgment, move beyond that. Start understanding. Listen. It is for us to listen to our guides. It's for us to listen to your intuition, to be aware that things can be vastly different than how they are portrayed or believed in society. That is why it's so important to start building this muscle of trusting your intuition, listening to your guides, so that you can consciously receive these higher truths. Now, when you start judging them, those companies are bad because X, Y, Z, or this is bad, or they are wrong. Your judgment creates a cloud, of receiving the higher truths. So even if you become aware of how wrong things are in life, how wrong things are in society, stop getting into that story. Stop getting into negative emotions. That's your story. Move beyond that. Ask your guides, why is this happening? Why are they doing this? What do they get out of it? And you will get answers like, they want some control. They want to get more power. XYZ might be happening. It's money driven. You might get some more deeper answers. And these things can be true. The entire COVID thing. Some people believe what's happened in the news, but a lot of you, when you really go and listen to your intuition, might find out that there's something else behind it. Now, that's not good, that's not bad. It just is. But it's for us to understand that a higher truth might be possible and how we can still love everybody and everything without going into this judgment, without believing everything they say, without creating fear, but allow this truth to come in, trust your intuition, and then move on, move beyond that and spread that love. Move beyond that and empower yourself to believe however you are being guided. And you know that these things are true when the fear gets away, when there is no anger, there's no low vibrations that are coming up. When these things are coming up, there's a lot of anger, frustration, resentment. You're going to have to ask your guides why you have that. And you're going to have to start clearing these. So you can receive the higher truths without being impacted by it. And this is when you really move into a higher level of consciousness, to a higher vibration. And now you get into this position where you can start empowering yourself and you can guide others. But this is all about yourself for the moment. It's about building this muscle, constantly going back to your guides, your sixth sense, your intuition, and activate that. Now, this is why I go, keep practicing, guys. Keep practicing. Have your little notebook. Write down your feelings. Write down your answers you get from your guides. Write down what is going on, because it will really strengthen. Unfortunately, people are still driven a lot by money. In their mind, it might not be possible to create an environment that benefits everybody. So therefore, instead, they focus on how can I create a way that just benefits me. But we can move beyond that. That's why you are in this training. That's why you're watching this, because we know it's possible to create these environments that work for all of us instead of just for a few. So how can we do this? What do we do? Every time you have doubt, you go and ask your guides. Every time when you feel something isn't right, when you talk to a person, you might feel some dishonesty. You go and ask your guides, what is the motivation of this person? Why they are doing this? What is motivating them? And then when your guides say, it's money, it's power, you already know enough. Can I really trust this person, or is there something else motivating them? Or you might hear something, this person is really motivating by helping others, inspiring others, bringing people back in their power. When you get answers like that, you're like, okay, I can trust this person. But by only you already getting this question in your head, you already get a certain level of awareness. Hey, something is odd here. Something doesn't really resonate. So you start getting these feelings. You become aware of your feelings. So what I'd like to do is there any questions so far? If there is any question, let me know. And then I'd like to do a lot of little exercise to just practice communicating with your guides. If you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat.
Susie, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's more general, but sometimes I have it that I know it would be good for me to connect and to take a rest, but then I still don't do it. And I'm like, because in my head it's like more a struggle to do it, but actually it would help me a lot.
Yeah. I really resonate with that, Lola. I have the same. I actually do. And let me just tune in and get the answers from the higher perspective instead of from me, because I have gone through this week even through the same thing. Let's have a look. Okay. What it has to do with is allowing yourself to put yourself first. Society is so focused on let me do this for others. I always need to be there for others. I need to take care of this. I need to take care of that. It's almost like seen as a wrong thing to put yourself first. Let me just move my camera to have a sharp view again. So it's really about allowing yourself to put yourself first, to take some time for you. So can we just ask I'm going to use a little bit of theta healing here as well to very easily do this download. Can the creator show you what it feels like to put yourself first? That you're allowed to put yourself first? That it's safe to put yourself first? And how to put yourself first without being judged by others or without being impacted by the judgments of others. When you like all of these, irrespective if you're watching the replay or are here live with me, this all works. Just say yes. Okay, beautiful. Very good. How does that feel for you, Lola? Very good. Wonderful. Okay. Ryan, how do we work on seeing our guides? Is it psychic power? So do we need to release resentment? The way you going to like see more is by actually clearing your fear for the truth, seeing the truth. A lot of the times, our third eye might not be fully open. You might not see a lot of the things that are there because there's a fear of seeing the truth. Now, when you look at how much things there are on TV, in the media that are incorrect, I get about 87%. So we are constantly being bombarded with stories. And for some people, it might be their truth, but it doesn't mean it's the highest truth. It doesn't mean that's the actual truth. So it's about what will happen if you get the real truth. Because there's quite a lot of stuff going on in the world that is not completely right. So what will happen when you become aware of this? What will happen when you see that people you always trusted, you believed, you relied upon are actually not really who you thought they were? When you clear these fears, you will start seeing more. And within Theta Healing, it's very easy to clear these fears. With the Sixth Sense sessions and the guidance from your guides, you can do as well, but I'm not going into that detail at the moment. So therefore, I'd recommend using Theta Healing. If you haven't used Theta Healing so far, anybody who's watching, come to one of the courses. Like, come and hop onto a basic course. If you know this is powerful for you because it will really move you along, then come and join for the Life Transformation Package. You can find it on our website, fromheadtoheart.com, and I can tell you, it will transform your life. Ryan, does that happen? Does that help? Let me just see where you are. Yeah, good. Okay. And what you will see is when you do the work on yourself, you communicate often with your guide. You take that higher guidance on board. You clear your fears, you clear your doubt, just the way we did today. What you will see is those psychic senses will start opening up more and more and more. It's a process, it's a journey, and it's for you to enjoy that journey. Okay, what I'd like to do is one more exercise before we end for today. And we are just going to ask our guides what will happen in our life when we completely live without self-doubt. And we're going to just do a little bit of a journey of what is possible for us, because there's so much more possible for you than you think there is. Yeah? So let's close our eyes again and take a couple of deep breaths. Very good. So you directly start relaxing more. You feel everything slows down around you. Your muscles relax, your brain relaxes. And now you witness from your root chakra, you see a cord, a very strong cord, going into the earth, really grounding you. And then from your crown chakra, you see a cord going to the divine energy up into the sky. The divine energy really connecting you with this higher guidance. And then you witness your spiritual team being around you, behind you, next to you, in front of you, a beautiful circle of energy around you. Now ask your guides, what happens to me when I live my life without any doubt? What will happen? Let go of the judgment. Just witness what you're hearing, seeing, or sensing. I hear some of you becoming really powerful. Some of you become quite psychic. So you're going to see and sense a lot more. Yeah. So what happens to you when you live without doubt, live without self-doubt? Guides, tell me. You're going to step into your power. Beautiful. You can write it down for yourself, whatever your answer is. So what would this feel like for you? Say, guides, tell me, what would this feel like for me when I achieve this, when I reach this? Will it be very calming? Will it be peaceful and zen? And you can also write it in the chat if you want to. What will it feel like for you when you really live without self-doubt? You might have other answers coming up. You might actually have fear coming up. Then we need to clear that. Very good. Freedom, serenity, beautiful. Peace, yeah. Okay, stay with your eyes closed again. Say, guides, what would I do when I experience these things? What would I do in my life? What will be going on? Let go of the judgment, let go of it's possible or not. Just allow yourself to see, feel, hear, sense, whatever the answer is from your spiritual team. What is going on, or what would you do? You really live without that self-doubt. I just get these visions where there are lots of green grass, and I just meditate there, sit there in peace, in nature. Now ask your guides, what is going to happen in my mind when there's no self-doubt at all? What is going to happen in my mind when there's no self-doubt at all? Allow your guides to show you what it feels like to have a quiet mind, to have what it feels like to have a mind without self-doubt, and that is possible for you. When you like that, just say yes. Witness your guides changing that for you. What's going to happen to your goals when you live without self-doubt? Guides, show me, tell me. You don't need to control the process anymore. It will just happen and unfold for you. That's the answer I got. What will happen to your goals? What will happen to your goals when you live without self-doubt? Ask your guides. Good. So Ryan, you said they chase you. Okay. Show your guys. Ask your guides. How can you live without doubt, without being chased? Allow them to change that for you. Sam said, my goals will change. Okay. And are you at peace with that when your goals change? Or what will happen to you? Really, when you get these kind of answers, it's about feeling this peace coming in. And if you don't have this peace coming in, ask why not and what you need to change in order to get this peace coming in. Good, Ryan. Sorry for misunderstanding you. Goals chase, they come to you instead of chasing your goals and dreams. A good thing, a good feeling. Wonderful. Very good. Sam says it's exciting when my goals change. Yeah, wonderful. So that's what we do to round off. Ask your guides, what is the one thing I can do and implement in my life in order to live with less doubt or without doubt? And write that one thing down and set the intention to implement it for yourself. Ask for this specific action you can take. You can drop that in the chat for me. There's one specific action that you can take. I heard love yourself more. That's for me what I need to do. Yeah. Ryan, my guides want me to meditate first thing in the morning and get a fresh start. They keep waking me up early. Wonderful. Alice, relax and do sessions. Yeah. Alice, for you, I hear there's quite a bit of pressure building, and it's about letting go of that pressure and really go into this relaxation, this peace, and then you will get wonderful ideas to let things unfold. Yeah. So Farah, whenever I ask our guides a question, do I always have to call upon our guides? What are the, hang on, sorry. So do we always have to call upon our guides that are of the highest love and light, that serve love? Yeah, you can do that. I've heard that sometimes we can tune into guides that don't always have our highest and best interest, or less than ideal for our specific situation. Yes, Farah, that's a very good point. So whenever you call upon your guides, you can ask for the guides to show you the highest and best way, or that they're from the highest love. And this is where the discernment starts coming in. Discernment is knowing what is right and wrong for you. When you start communicating with your guide, it's the same as when you make new friends. When you go to a new school or to a new workplace and you start to get to know people, you communicate with all of them, and with some you resonate and with others you don't necessarily. And with the ones you resonate, you start communicating more. And the ones you don't resonate with, you're just letting be. That's the same and when you work with your spiritual team. The ones that give you the best advice, that's the ones you build a really trustworthy relationship with. You get that? And if you ever feel like the advice you get, and I elaborated on this earlier in this session, but if the advice you get doesn't resonate, it's negative, then you know it's not the highest guidance for you. So you go back and ask a different guide, because answers are always the most loving answers and answers that empower you. If you get an answer that brings you down, that doesn't feel right, that makes you feel bad, that is fear related, it's not a good guide. These are the lower level guides, and you need to move beyond that. And that takes practice. So it's about practicing these things. Very good. So let's just clear our energetic field so we're all good for tonight, and then we can round off this session. So again, you're with your guides. You just ask, guides, please clear my energetic field. Let go of the lower vibrations, of the fear, any negativity, and bring in this energy of unconditional love and peace. Thank you. And you just witness this energy changing. It's like you tidy up after yourself. You clear your energy. Yeah. And do I also have your permission to do it for you? Just to make sure it's all done properly for everybody. Good. And this also works with the replay, because time doesn't really exist. Now you can sense check with yourself. Does this resonate with me or not? Good. Okay. Then you can thank your guides for the wonderful guidance you got. Feel this energy of love. And then open your eyes. Thank you all for being here today. Just as a little summary, doubt can occur when there are things for us to learn. When you're tired, you're low in your energy, it's a sign of your body saying you need to rest, you need to rejuvenate, you need to do something fun to increase your energy again. And doubt can also occur due to a lack of trust in your intuition and your own feelings. So we have learned today how our spiritual team, our sixth sense, can really help us to let go of this and create a life without this doubt. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved it. And it was an honor to serve you again tonight. And I'm very much looking forward to our next session on the 22nd of May at 7:30. And if you feel like you enjoy the sixth sense, and feel free to post a little bit on Instagram or Facebook when you hashtag the sixth sense there, like write it out, sixth sense, and you do an ad to From Head to Heart, then I will witness and watch everybody who does post, and I will also do a prize draw at the end. So everybody has done post. Every time you post and you tag me with sixth sense and at From Head to Heart, I will put your name in the bucket, and at the end of the next, like in a week's time, 2 weeks time, at the end of all these sixth sense sessions, I will draw a name out and they get a free session from me. Like the more you post, the more your name, every time you post, we put a little ticket of your name in the bucket. So if you post 5 times, you have more chance to win this. Obviously, you don't have to. It's just whatever feels right for you. Thank you for all the lovely comments. Thank you. Let's have a look. Beatrice, you're so welcome. Alice, I feel much more relaxed after these clearances. Wonderful. Thank you too, Jana. You're so welcome, Melanie. Ryan, namaste. Whoever wants to go, feel free to go. You're so welcome, Farah. Whoever has a question, I'm still here for you to answer any questions.